Hello everybody, my name's Alex. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm making a cake with watercolor. It's a birthday card for a friend, and now that they finally received this card, I can post this. With watercolor, I always start by painting the things that are supposed to be white or light gray. It just makes things a lot easier that way. And sometimes, like here, I make it a little bit too dark and I buff it out a bit. And I'm trying to shade. And later on, I add these pearlescent watercolors. You'll see at the end. Here again, you can see that I've made it too dark. I fix it though. I always do, surprisingly. I don't know why, but I like to do that. I like to make it a little dark and then try to save it. It just makes it more exciting that way. I don't know. I don't know if others are like this, but I think it's fun. I would also like to apologize for the shakiness in this video. I have a very cheap tripod and it's very wiggly. I tried to hold it with my right hand and it worked to a point, but here soon I'm gonna try a new tripod and see how that works. I'm not sure if you can tell here, but I'm adding this pearlescent white watercolor on top. There, you can see it in the corner there. It looks so pretty in person. I just love it all over the highlights, and it just makes the painting look more magical, I think. That cake is looking just so sparkly and metallic, and I love it. And of course I have to add it on the top too to make it look really pretty. Now here, as you can see, I'm working on this tray. I'm attempting to make it look more silvery. I thought about making it gold, but I ended up deciding that silver would work better here. And there I go, using the pearlescent watercolors again. Trying to make it look more silver. And there I go, making it too dark again in the beginning and buffing it out again. That's so much fun. But I do think that part does look really cool after I get it all buffed out and everything. And here I go with the dark, the black again. But this time it's on purpose. You know, creating shadow and all that. I'm really liking how it's turning out at this point. Anyway, let's listen to some music again. Now here I'm just creating more shadow, trying to make it look a little more interesting. And this is where the fun part begins. I'm using this gold color in my metallic pearlescent watercolor palette to make the glow of the candles, the fire. And I really liked how that was looking. I was surprised by how nicely these were working out and how pigmented it was once I got it sort of built up a little bit. And now I'm starting to paint the flowers on this cake. It's a sort of magenta sort of color. the person receiving this card, their favorite color is pink. I also thought that this color would work really nicely with all the other colors that I add here. With watercolor, flowers especially are really fun to paint, and they're quite easy. The first watercolor painting I ever did was of a pink flower. Now that I think about it, that was like 13, 14 years ago when I did my first watercolor painting. And here we go with the leaves, which is always fun. I hate mixing colors. I really do. And I mostly just use the same two greens. But sometimes if I want to darken it, I'll add blue. If I want to lighten it up, I'll, use yellow. That sort of thing. But very rarely do I ever do that. I just mostly use these two. Plus, I think this one here that I'm using now is really, really pretty. And as I'm watching this back, I feel like this green is just making everything look brighter and just sort of pop more. I don't know. It's one of my favorite shades of green. It's very pretty. And here I'm just adding the other green that I will normally use in my paintings. It's sort of it's a dark green, but it's probably one of my favorite shades of green. I love it. Now I'm trying to add more shadow to this flower and that one. Just darkening it up there. Just a little bit. I also don't know what kind of flowers these are. It just came into my head. I'm like, I'm just gonna draw pink flowers. It'll be fine. It looks pretty. It's okay. And I don't know why, but I think my favorite part about this piece was doing this right here with the candles. It was just so satisfying for some reason. I don't know why. As you could see, it makes them pop out more. It looks better. And here we go again with the pearlescent watercolors. I'm using like a darker shade of gold. And yeah, it looks nice. And here we go with the butterfly. I'm making it this light blue. And I chose blue because, well, blue butterflies are my favorite. And I read somewhere a long time ago that said seeing a blue butterfly is a sign that a wish is going to come true, or a prayer is going to be answered, or a miracle is going to happen, that sort of thing. And I couldn't just leave one butterfly by itself. I had to have a little companion. And here I go again, adding some more of the gold pearlescent watercolors. I loved adding it in different spots. I do add it to the butterflies too, to give them a little pop, little sparkle. And here I'm just adding this gold gouache paint. If I do add gouache, I like adding it here at the end. I think it's satisfying to watch, and I hope it's relaxing for you. Now, normally when I paint, I have my painting taped to a board, and I can turn it any which way that I need to. But here, I have it taped to my desk, and that is why I'm doing this awkward thing with my hand. I still hope that this is satisfying to watch. I didn't realize until later that you couldn't see the bottom of this, so I tried zooming out a little. This right here, I think, is my favorite part of the whole video, just watching that, me creating that line. And after this, I'm done with it, and I'm going to try to show you the sparkle in this. But thank you for watching, and I hope this video brought you peace. I'll see you again soon.